There's been a big brouhaha over the weekend because it turns out that Sarah Huckabee Sanders went to a restaurant called the Red Hen in Lexington, Virginia. And Stephanie Wilkinson, who's the owner of the Red Hen in Lexington, asked the press secretary to leave the restaurant on Friday evening. She apparently took a staff vote before privately asking Sanders to leave the restaurant. And Sanders replied, "That's fine, I'll go." One diner posted an image of 86 next to her name, industry slang for kick out. So the owner of the Red Hen restaurant has revealed why she refused to serve the White House press secretary. On Friday night, Sanders was asked to leave the Lexington, Virginia restaurant where she was dining with her 7 family members. And restaurant owner Stephanie Wilkinson said she took a staff vote before asking Sanders to leave. When they voted to boot her out, Wilkinson complied. "Tell me what you want me to do. I can ask her to leave." And they said yes. So apparently she started texting to all of her employees about it. She said, "I'm not a huge fan of confrontation. I have a business and I want the business to thrive. This feels like the moment in our democracy when people have to make uncomfortable actions and decisions to uphold their morals." Well, this doesn't really uphold your morals to throw somebody out of your restaurant if you disagree with them politically. But, again, it's a free country. You can do what you want. Well, Sarah Huckabee Sanders then tweeted out about this, and she tweeted out what exactly happened. And she didn't call for a boycott against the restaurant. She said, "Last night I was told by the owner of the Red Hen in Lexington, Virginia to leave because I work for the president, and I politely left. Her actions say far more about her than about me. I always do my best to treat people, including those I disagree with, respectfully, and will continue to do so." So there are a bunch of separate issues we need to separate out here. 1, is it bad to throw people out of your restaurant because you disagree with them politically? The answer is yes. 2, do you have the right to tweet about it? The answer is yes. 3, do you have a right to boycott that restaurant because of that activity? The answer, of course, is yes. Now, when are boycotts appropriate? Well, I think a boycott of the Red Hen here is not inappropriate. The reason being that it's appropriate to boycott a restaurant or a photographer or a baker, for that matter, if their private political perspective translates over into their business. Now, I may not agree with a particular boycott, but I don't think it's wildly inappropriate to boycott. I think it's inappropriate to boycott Chick-fil-A, for example, because Chick-fil-A doesn't actually discriminate against anybody. Chick-fil-A doesn't actually have any rules that blow back on anybody. So boycotting them over the private views of their owner seems to me completely counterproductive and stupid. Boycotting the Red Hen over what they did to Sarah Huckabee Sanders, or even boycotting a baker with whom I agree about same-sex marriage for not catering a same-sex wedding, all of that seems to me within the realm of permissible dialogue. All of that makes a certain amount of sense, even if I agree with what one business did and disagree with what another business did.